Hey everyone, we are making a quick video about Khan Academy factoring practice sets. This is the intro version. It gets pretty straightforward here. We've got this already in standard form. It's x squared minus 20x plus 100. So we merely need to think about how do we factor that. We put it into those two parentheses. And the only way to get x squared is if we start off with an x and an x. We've done this before. Hopefully this makes sense. We are unfoiling this. We are asking what was it that was in these two parentheses here that multiplied to make this expression right here. Okay, so I need things that multiply to make 100 that because of that plus sign there add up to make negative 20. Well, the things that multiply to make positive 100 that add up to make negative 20 are negative 10 and negative 10. You can make a list, all of the things that multiply to make 100, like 4 and 25, 2 and 50, etc. But then you're going to want to follow that plus sign to add them up to make this middle number here, okay? Well, when is this 0? That's what we want. We want this to be 0 right here. So the only way things get to be 0 is if we multiply 0 against something else. And the only time this is going to be 0 is when this is 10. True for both of them. They're both going to be 10, so I should be good to go on this, and I am. So I go to the next question. Very similar. I'm just going to do one more of these really quickly. We can do this in our head when we practice a little bit. Things that multiply to make 28 that subtract to make 3. So 4 times 7 gives me 28, and 4 minus 7 gives me 3. So I'm going to factor this then to be plus 7, x plus 7. Again, the only way you can get 1x squared, that's a 1x squared, is if I have x times x. They get more complicated when you can have 2x or 3x or 6x, but x plus 7 and then x minus 3. And then you have to ask yourself, of course, when are each of these parentheses going to give you 0? Okay, so just keep getting as comfortable with that as you can. That's going to be not when it's plus 7, because that would give me 14. It has to be minus 7 and plus 3. Well, the lesser of these two is going to be minus 7. That's to the left on the number line, the biggest negative number, and then this is going to be our positive number, and I'll get sparkles again. What did I type in wrong? Oh my goodness. I need to do this. Oh, it's of course 4. Ha! See, I can't talk and do math at the same time. That's hilarious. I'm just thinking about that 3 there and writing it in. If you make a mistake like this, that's okay. I do not expect perfect 100s. I did that on purpose just to make it comfortable for you to get a 75. There we go. All right, now I get the sparkles. Okay, the other practice is this one where we have to consider taking out a number first, okay? And that's where we look and we see 3 and 18 and 27. I hate it when there's a number in front of the x squared. It makes it so much more difficult, but luckily I can take a 3 out of everywhere. So when I do that, I take that 3 out, I write it outside, and then I consider the whole thing that would be left over. In this case, it's going to be x squared. I'm going to write it up above because I do want to factor it. X squared plus 3 divided out of 18 is 6x, and then 3 divided out of 27 is just plus 9. Okay, now I'm back to something I'm more comfortable with. The only way to factor this is to give me an x and an x again. Two things that multiply to make a positive 9 that then add up to make a positive 6 are going to be x plus 3 and x plus 3. Okay. You will get much faster at this, and I'm not going to make a silly mistake like I did last time. The only time this is going to be a 0 is when I have a negative 3. Negative 3. Okay? So, get those sparkles, and I am affirmed in my doing this correctly. Okay, good luck, everybody.